So today we are going to be installing some new tires on this Cub Cadet RZT-54 garden tractor from 2009. As best I can tell, these are the original tires. They're kind of so old and nasty that they've kind of turned into a plastic. So they really don't have a whole lot of traction. You can actually spin the tires on the driveway, believe it or not. This tire on this side actually has a leak. It was completely flat when I tried to cut the grass last time, and I'm not going to try to patch a tire that's that old. It's not worth it. So I ordered two new tires. These are Carlisle Turf Savers. They're 20 by 10-8, I think. Let's see, where are they? Yeah, 20 by 10-8. So I'm going to try to install these the masochistic way, or if that's a word. I'm going to use these old hand tools here, a tire iron, spoons, and I'm probably going to get frustrated and give up, in which case I did get my plywood ready because I have a tire changer, a manual one that I picked up at Harbor Freight. So I'm already guessing I'm going to get frustrated and going to end up wanting to use that because I have a feeling these are going to be a bear. But let's get started. Let me get you set up in the bigger tripod. We'll get one of these wheels off. We'll start working on this thing. Getting too old for this. I was too lazy to bust out the floor jack for that. Take our 3/4 inch socket and an impact and buzz this tire off. Wheel, not the tire. Four lugs. And that pops right off. Don't lose your lug nuts. Always save your nuts. Sure there's a joke in there somewhere. So this is not the tire that was leaking, but it's not in the greatest of shape nonetheless. Next step is to let the air out of the tire. I'm going to use a Schrader valve removal tool. I'll leave a link to one of these in the description. It's just unscrews. Be careful, I might want to shoot across the room. That's what it looks like. Are you focusing? I can't even tell. All right, air is gone. Now let's see if this is going to cooperate. Again, I'm not expecting much here. Keep your Schrader valve core where you're not going to lose it. You got to break that bead without stabbing yourself. Jeez. That tire is stiff. I'm not going to risk hurting myself. I'm just going to get my tire changer. Got the tire changer all set up. Got it bolted to my plywood there. Now let's see if we can get the tire off. And what you saw me do right there was a process called breaking the bead. That just kind of breaks the seal between the rim of the tire and the tire itself. So this is designed for car tires, steel ones at that, not the aluminum ones. But we're going to try. I think it'll work. Not an expensive tool, and certainly not a high quality one, but for something you're only going to use a handful of times, and rarely at that, it's fine. Not a terribly good fit, but hopefully it'll work. Yeah, pretty horrendous fit. Jeez. The other side any better? Probably not. I was hoping to get this thing flat. Nah, it's the same. We'll do the best we can. That's not gonna work. One thing I've noticed with like lawn and garden tires is no tire shop wants to touch them. I guess that's because maybe they need special machinery. I don't really know. I guess I can't blame them. They don't make a lot of money on these things, right? Let's try that. Might work. So now we have to get our tire irons and just kind of work it off. Get you guys a little bit closer. You can watch me fumble this process. I am by no means an expert in this. I'm sure some of you guys are. But this is just how I do it. There's one. Guess I should have broken the bead on the other side, huh? Wasn't thinking. Just gonna pop the bead off on the other side like I did on the front side. Make it a little more cooperative. I wasn't joking, I really don't know what I'm doing. It's probably the 5th or 6th tire I've changed in my life. So let's see. How can we get this off now? Sorry, you guys are probably getting a good view of my backside. I think she's coming. That's what she said. Yep, there she goes. She's off. My goodness. I forgot how much work that is. Now's a really good time to clean up your rim. There's a reason why this thing is only for use on steel wheels, because it does mess up the paint on there. But you can see they missed a good splotch of paint there anyway. Maybe I'll hit that with some paint just for good measure. And yes, I know the color's wrong. Doesn't really matter. This is for corrosion prevention, nothing more. I'll let that dry for a while. Maybe we'll move on to the other tire. Hopefully that one doesn't need paint too. Let's work on tire number 2 while the wheel for number 1 is drying. Again, 3/4 inch socket. Packed. Probably a little bit of weight on this wheel, but not a whole lot. Yeah, not a whole lot, like I said. Don't lose your nuts. I think I already lost the other ones. What did I do with them? Oh, there they are. They're on the lawnmower, on the engine. All right, tell you what, I'm going to put them in the cup holder. So when I lose them, guys, they're in this cup holder here. Now this is the leaker. I wonder if we can see where it's leaking. I didn't have to drain any air out of this or let any air out. It's already pretty empty by itself. Who cares? We're replacing the tire. What's the point? Still going to pull our Schrader. Might get to see where the leak is when we take the tire off. Look on the inside. The thing's all dry rot on the outside. So way less air in that one, right? Let's get her mounted in the changer. Gonna break the bead, this time on both sides. Somewhere about like that. Does that look about right to you guys? Yeah, might work, right? Sometimes this is hard to get started, I've noticed. There we go. I think we're in better shape now. And push. There we go. One side. There we go. Second side. And again, this isn't a perfect fit, but it's close enough. Reason why I think this is harder is you don't want to mess up your new tires installing them. You're going to need some soapy water, which I already keep pre-mixed for other reasons. It's great for finding leaks in tires as well.
Yeah, this process just kind of sucks.
All right. Here goes nothing, guys. So I'm just going to work the bead over the lip of that rim. What really sucks is doing these tires if the tires that you're installing don't have, or the wheels that don't have a hole in the center. Like, for example, small commercial tires, like for I don't know, like one of those commercial walk-behinds. Those things suck because you can't use a tire changer on those. So easy. After a little bit of cursing and belly aching, finally got it on. The trick seems to be to sit on it, or heavily lean on it. So you get one side on like this, kind of put all your weight on it. Without jamming the microphone cable. It's easier said than done, guys. If you know a tire shop that's willing to do this, pay them. But if you're out in the boonies, or you're just too lazy, or too cheap like me, then you can wrestle with this for a few hours. That was a bit of a battle. I ended up using this tool, which comes with the tire changer, and kind of working the bead around. I'll try to show you better on the next one. Hopefully I can repeat the process. And then I used the tire iron to kind of get in there and pry it over, and that seemed to work. Still wasn't easy though. Let's put some air in there. Let's reinstall our Schrader. Don't drop it. Okay. Throw a little bit of air in there and seat the bead. This can be kind of a noisy, scary process. So all of a sudden it'll just pop. Kind of like that. How about the other side? Other side is not popped yet. We have about 5 psi air in here, but not a lot. Maybe 10. What's the other side look like? Did that pop? Yeah, it kind of did. Now what I like to do is I'll bounce the tire around a little bit like this. Kind of get everything seated and situated and where it needs to be. And then I'll take soapy water and we'll check it for leaks. Particularly where the bead is. Not to say I'm expecting any leaks, but you never know. So where's our soapy water? There it is. So we'll just hit this area here. Schrader is quiet, as it should be. Valve stem is quiet. All right, so this side of the tire is fine. Let's flip it over. Get the back side. Seems fine as well. All right, one tire down, one to go. All right, take 2.
I cleaned this wheel up a little bit outside beforehand. Paint is drier, so might as well take advantage of it, right?
Get this rim secured in place. Curious to hear, do you guys have better ways of installing these tires? Might be onto something here. Maybe not. Jeez. I'm gonna try something different. I'm getting frustrated. I wonder if the fact that it's a cool day has something to do with it. Let's get our heat gun. Get the tire a little warm, see if that helps. Might not. Let's try that again. So I got the tire kind of warm with the heat gun, mimicking maybe laying it out in the sun for a while. Let's see if this is any easier. Doubtful, but hopeful. This looks like I don't know why I did first time. Success, but that one took about twice as long. Man, that was awful. Why do I do these things, man? Let's put the Schrader valve back in. You guys are probably going to see this one at triple or quadruple speed because it just took forever and I was fighting and fighting and struggling and struggling. Okay. Schrader's back in.
Put some air in it. See if it holds. Wouldn't be surprised if the tires are good because I really messed it up a little bit. Hopefully it'll be okay though. And it's gonna feel any second. It's gonna pop. A little bit of soap water in there just to encourage it.
Electro lube never hurt anybody, right? Should pop any second. Or not. Let's bounce it around. Make sure it's good and seated. Again, hopefully I didn't mess up the tire. Give the tires another good bounce. Make sure everything's nice and tight. And we'll check the beads on both sides for at least one more time. We'll take our other tire. This is the one that concerns me. Because again, beat the crap out of this thing installing it. And we'll spray it with soap bubbles.
Pray for no bubbles.
Seems quiet. Let's try the flip side. Also seems quiet. So that tire's good. Let's check the other one. Then after we do this, we got the most important part, the tire shine. Can't let the neighbors have shinier tractor tires than you, right? Also seems quiet. Last side. Now if you do see leaks here, just bounce the tire up and down a couple more times and see if that helps. All right, we're good. We got two good tires. All right, time for the tire shine. Got to make the neighbors jealous, right? Don't ask me what's in this stuff because I don't know. It was given to me.
It works really well, especially on cars. I've really tried it on a lawnmower tire before. Let this stuff sit out in the sun. Your neighbors will need sunglasses. You guys thought I was kidding about this, didn't you?
Look at that. That beautiful or what? This bodily fluid looking stuff will turn clear out in the sun.
Or it goes naturally in an hour or two. I won't name which bodily fluid it looks like. You can figure it out for yourselves.
Oops, make sure you spill over your garage floor too, that's important. Alright, that tire's good. Let's get number 2. Need a real super nice balance. Because this is our track really good burn. That's not going to we'll see back with this. As soon as I'm going to run. I might small play with myself. I just think that's not at all. You're tired of this. Now that we got some weight on the tires, let's gas them up to 10 psi. Now I think it's time to take her for a test drive and see if the zero turn in this zero turn tractor works better. So I'm actually really happy with that. That's a lot better than it was. Keep in mind the hydros aren't warmed up yet. That's a cold engine, cold hydro, so they're not performing quite perfectly yet, but I couldn't even do that before with the old tires, so I'm very happy with the improvement. Anyway, hope you guys found this video helpful. Sorry for the long, boring, drawn-out tire changing process. I'll make that faster for you, but that really sucked. Using that manual tire changer, I would not recommend doing that. Find a tire shop that is willing to do this for you. It shouldn't take them more than a minute or so per tire with the right equipment. I'll leave a link to those tires in the description. Straighter valve removal tool. Yeah, so we're done. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and please subscribe if you like this video.